What up, Umami Friends? Andy here, creator of Umami Friends, with a quick video on how eggs work. Eggs will probably be in a DLC pack, so they won't be in the base set game, but their mechanic is a little bit different than some of the other stuff, although it's pretty much the same. It's pretty easy to catch on. But I'll just kind of show you how they work so you can play with them on Tabletop Simulator, or if you get an advanced copy of the game. But just like all other recipes in the game, we're just going to be picking up eggs. So they cost 2 circle colorless, and then they are worth 1 rainbow circle here. So in order to set up eggs, there's currently 3 in the game. We'll see if that stays after the alpha version here. But the eggs will just take up 1 rare recipe slot right there. So if we lay out the rest of the store, like tutorial mode, we'll have 4 more recipes, or competitive mode, we would have 9 more recipes. So they'll just take up a spot there. And then we'll get into how they work. So let's say I have this hand of 5, and I want to pick up an egg. I can use one of my energies to buy a recipe. In this case, it is the egg. So again, egg costs 2 of any circle. That's what the plain circles mean. So I can count maybe the spicy from the hot sauce and the noodle from the pasta. Let's say I want to get rid of those 2. And I would take these, discard them. And now I pick up the egg. This is where it differs from all the other recipes. Usually recipes go into your board down here, but this time it's just going to go into your hand, just because it's the only circle recipe, and circles go into your hand. So now I have this here, and then that is the end of my turn, because I spent an energy to pick up a recipe, and there is no energy symbol here. So I have no more actions. So my turn is over. So now I redraw to 5, so I draw 1 more card. And now let's pretend it's back to my turn. My opponent went. And now I can use this to count. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3 tacos. I can use this as my 4th taco. So these 3 would go back into the discard pile down here. And then egg would return back to its pile, just like the other recipes. And then that counts for my 4th taco. And now I get the taco party. And then that would be the end of my turn. I get a recipe from my opponent, and now I get to draw to 5. So that is just exactly how eggs work. Nothing to it. There will be Damien. I think this will be his ability. Things can change depending on playtester feedback and things like that. But right now his ability says, egg is automatically placed on your board instead of your hand upon pickup. So for Damien, let's say I want to get rid of these 2, I'm going for sweets or something like that. I could trade in these 2, and I would pick up this egg. But now egg would go down on my board instead. So it's the end of my turn. I draw 2. So now I draw 2 cards in my hand. It seems like a subtle difference, but getting rid of cards that you don't want and drawing new cards is a big deal in the competitive rule set of Umami Friends. If you're really going for the win, it really helps to get that extra card draw, and it really can make a big difference. So now I have the egg to spend on my board, and I have these 2 extra cards to work with. So now I could trade in egg, and maybe these 2 noodles, and I could get a spicy ramen. But yeah, that is how eggs work. Thank you again. Like and subscribe. I'll have a video on how the 2 versus 2 rule set works coming up. Anything else that you request. I'm actually thinking about making like tier lists, strategy guides, stuff like that. Anything that I like to see in other competitive gaming communities, I kind of want to do that for Umami Friends. So yeah, just let me know what you have in mind, and I'll get on it. Thank you very much.